you could tell, my voice is not so great today. I'm still feeling a little froggy from my procedure. So this will probably be a shorter meeting than normal, just because I'm feeling a little weird about it. But good morning, Keidan. Good morning, Rising Stars. I'm so happy to see you. I'm happy to be back at school. Everything went so well at my doctor's office, so I am happy about that. Today is not Monday. It is not Tuesday. It's not Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Ouch. Yesterday was Wednesday. And tomorrow will be Friday. So we have gone past the halfway point of the week and we are towards the end. Friday, part 1. The weekend will start tomorrow at the end of the day. So we have had 1, 2, 3, and today is the 4th day of June 4th, 2020. I mentioned the other day that there were probably some other people who had birthdays, and DeAndre's mom said that his birthday is at the end of the month. His birthday is on the 28th, so I'm going to put a cupcake there so we can remember DeAndre and his birthday. I don't know if we'll be having summer school on the 28th or not. I didn't go to the staff meeting yesterday because I was still considered recovering from my procedure, so I've got a lot to catch up on today. But the end of the school year is coming up. Our graduates, our 8th grade graduates, man, they've got some fun things coming up. I know that the teachers are planning some nice things for them. But here is my question for the day. Are you ready for it? It's been so warm the last couple of days. It makes me think about being outside and being at the beach. And I'm wondering, when you're outside, maybe by the lake at the beach, do you like to build sand castles? Or do you like to play with beach balls? Which one do you like? Sand castles or beach balls? Does anyone know if they're going to put sand at Campus Martius this summer? It's always a fun thing. I see people building sand castles there at Campus Martius all the time. And down by the riverfront, there's some beach balls and volleyballs that people play too. So which one do you like? I think I like sand castles the best. I think that's what I like. But you can tell me what you like. Or leave a comment, or tell the teacher that you're with, or point at it, or look at it. Make a choice. Sand castles or beach balls? That is my question. You know, this week has been an especially hard week for many, many people across the country because we're having to look at and address, for some people, the first time. For some people, it's a lifelong struggle, but the racism that we have in our country. And I looked around trying to find some books that made good sense to read today. And one of the ones that I love about activists, I could not find. But what I did find was this one called Rad American Women A to Z. It's not really a book that we can read cover to cover today. We can look at all of the different women that are noted here. That have made some changes in the world, either through art or through activism or science. We'll read through their names today, and maybe we'll pick one that sounds particularly good. Maybe we'll read about Angela Davis today. I like her quite a bit. But many people, for the first time, are starting to do the right thing, or at least they're trying to. Hopefully, we'll be in a better place in the future. I'm going to read the introduction, and then we'll read all of the women's names, okay? It says, "Welcome to Rad American Women A to Z. American history is filled with stories of brave and powerful men, but have you ever wondered where the women are? In this book, you will find the stories of 26 women who have made a big impact on our nation. They represent different races and ethnicities and come from different parts of the country. Some grew up very poor, some had rich families, some were born a long ago, and some are still living. There are artists and sports heroes, rock stars and scientists. What do they have in common? Every single one of these individuals changed America in some way. Each one worked hard and believed in herself, even when others expressed doubt or said no. These rad women have all said, yes, I can. What does it mean to be rad? Well, it means a few things. Rad is short for radical, which comes from the Latin word meaning from the root. So a radical person can be someone like Ella Baker, who did grassroots organizing. A radical can be a person who wants to make big changes in society, like Angela Davis and Grimke sisters, who fought to end discrimination of all kinds. Radical can also be used to describe something that is different from the usual, like Maya Lin's Vietnam Memorial or Ursula Le Guin's innovative science fiction. Rad is also a slang word that means cool or awesome, like when flashy Flojo ran faster than any woman in the world, or when Patti Smith takes the stage to rock out. We hope that you find inspiration in these pages, whether you're a girl or a boy, or a parent, or a teacher. These women are American heroes, and they're all part of our histories. We can find inspiration in the stories of all people, no matter who they are. And no matter who you are, you can make a difference too. Enjoy the book. Love, Kate, the author, and Miriam, the illustrator. So, let's take a look. Let's read through the alphabet, and then we'll flip back maybe and read about Angela Davis. So A is for Angela Davis, who never backs down from the fight of justice. B is for Billie Jean King, who showed the world what female athletes can do. C is for Carol Burnett, who showed us that funny women can make it big. D is for Dolores Huerta, who demands dignity and justice for farm workers. I hope this is flipping around for you and the alphabet isn't showing it backwards, because it looks like everything is backwards today. E is for Ella Baker, who shaped the civil rights movement behind the scenes. F is for Flojo, Florence Griffith Joyner, who showed us how to run like a girl. G is for the Grimke sisters, who devoted their lives to the pursuit of freedom and equality for all. G. H is for Hazel Scott, whose many talents helped her blaze a bright trail. Can you guess what one of her talents might be from the picture here? What is that that's in front of her? Piano or a keyboard? I is for Isadora Duncan, who showed us the power of imagination and originality. I. J is for, I'm going to say Jovita Idar, who believed in free and equal education for all children. J. J is for Jovita. K is for Kate Borenstein, who reminds us to bravely claim our true identity. L is for Lucy Parsons, who fought for the rights of workers and poor people. L is for Lucy. L. M is for Maya Lin, who makes big ideas into beautiful art. M is for Maya. M. N is for Nellie Bly, who changed the face of journalism and world travel. N is for Nellie. O is for Odetta, who led the way with her powerful voice. O is for Odetta. P is for Patty Smith, who put the poetry in punk rock. P is for Patty. P. Q is for Queen Bessie Coleman, who soared above discrimination. What do you think she did? This gives you a hint here. Do you think she was a pilot, maybe? R is for Rachel Carson, who taught us how to respect and protect the earth. R is for Rachel. R. S is for Sonia Sotomayor, who reminds us to be fair and fierce all at once. S is for Sonia. S. T is for Temple Grandin, who shows us the power of a brilliant mind. T is for Temple. T. She's got a cow next to her. What do you think that means? She's an interesting person to read about. U is for Ursula K. Le Guin, whose books show us that other worlds are possible. U is for Ursula. U. V is for Virginia Apgar, whose invention saves lives every day. V is for Virginia. W is for Wilma Mankiller, who led people with her strength and courage. W is for Wilma. W. X is for the women whose names we don't know. It's for the women we haven't learned about yet and the women whose stories we will never read. X. 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 X is a funny letter because it actually makes two sounds. It makes a sound like a C or a K and an S. X. X. Y is for Yuri Kochiyama, who fought for the rights of all people. Y is for Yuri. Yeah. Y. Z is for Zora Neale Hurston, who captured the stories and voices of many generations. Z is for Zora. that's the end. Yep, the author talks about how hard it was to choose all of these women, who to include, and a list of 20 things that you can do to be rad. Those are also in the alphabet. Maybe when we look at this book another time, but one thing is to act as an ally in support of all people, to believe in yourself and all you can do. Good suggestions. But I said we'd go back and we'd read about one person, and I think it makes sense to go back to the very beginning. Let's read about Angela Davis. So we started out with A is for Angela. Angela Davis was born in 1944 in Birmingham, Alabama, into a neighborhood known as Dynamite Hill because a group of racist men called the Ku Klux Klan often bombed the homes of black families who lived there. Schools were segregated in Alabama back then, and the education that black children received was inferior by far. Despite those difficulties, Angela was a smart and curious child, and her parents were thrilled when she got a scholarship to a high school in New York City, where she could go to school safely and pursue her passion for learning. Angela thrived in her new school, and she and her new friends attended rallies and protests in support of the civil rights movement, which demanded equal rights for black people in America. In college, she was one of only 3 black students in her class. She felt isolated, but she didn't let that stop her from learning. Angela loved philosophy and literature, and she continued her college career in Europe, where she studied the writing of many great thinkers. She connected their ideas with her own beliefs about the injustice she was witnessing. She began speaking out against racism and sexism and in favor of gay rights. She criticized the U.S. government for its role in the Vietnam War. In 1969, she was hired as a college professor, but the governor of California had her fired because of her political beliefs. Her students and fellow teachers were outraged, and they rallied to support Angela. She didn't get that job back, but she went on to teach at several other prestigious universities, and she continued to speak out about injustice wherever it occurred. Today, Angela educates people about the unfair treatment of prisoners. She has written 9 books, including a book about her own life. She is a powerful and inspiring public speaker, and people listen to Angela because she is a strong black woman who is never afraid to tell the truth, to speak her mind, and to demand justice and liberation for all people. A is for Angela. I'll bet she is busy talking to a lot of people about what's going on in the world today and how black people and white people are treating one another and all of the protests that are going on across our country. It's been a busy week for that. And honestly, I hope those protests keep happening, but I hope that everybody stays safe. So I guess we should probably sing the ABCs to end our morning meeting. That was kind of a heavy book for today, I think. Not usually quite so heavy for us, but I think it's important to talk about hard topics. So let's sing our ABCs with our hand washing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my hands are clean. Won't you help me dry them, please? And I'm starting to second guess myself. I don't remember if I told you that Andre's birthday is the 28th. I think I'm going to have to double check that. It's either the 28th or 29th. So happy birthday in advance to DeAndre. I think I mentioned it. But Keidan, I hope that you have such a good day. I hope that you remember to wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Wash those hands nice and good. I hope that you eat something healthy, and I hope that you are kind to one another. I love you and miss you, and I'll see you tomorrow.